Old black raven, old black raven, quit your hanging round my head. Nothing for you, old black raven. Well, old black raven, I ain't dead, nothing for you, old black raven. Well, old black raven, I ain't dead. Well, I am wounded, but this token which my mother sent to me, it will be my solace and my bandage. Well, old black raven, leave me be, it will be my solace and my bandage. Well, old black raven, leave me be. We'll find and take it, old black raven. Take this bloody neckerchief, fly back home and give it to my love. Oh, tell her that I set her free. Fly back home and give it to my love. Will tell her that I set her free. Well, tell her I met another on this very battlefield. Tell her we were wedded by an arrow, and my best man was my cold steel. Tell her we were wedded by an arrow, and my best man was my cold steel. Old black raven, is there a reason why you were sent to me? Fly back home and whisper me your secret. Whisper it into my ear. Fly down here and whisper me your secret. Whisper it into my
Hello, from sunny Chelmsford. We're the Lunatraktors. It's very nice to have you here with us in Hotbox. You
quite
might
hot.
hear some rumbling And that's because trains are going over us, taking people places. This is Carly, I'm Claire. We're going to sing a song for you now, which is based on a poem from the 1500s, I think? 16 maybe? It's one of those poems that men think are really romantic, but are actually incredibly creepy. So.
I imagine there's more than a few people have been told in their time that they may be a witch or that they're crazy and therefore a witch. Or so this is for you.
With the humming first, or
No.
just the singing?
No, just the singing.
Your eyes bewitch my wit. Your wit bewitch my will. Thus with your eyes and wit, you do bewitch me still, and yet you are no witch, whose spirit is not evil, and yet you are a witch, and yet you are no devil. Oh, witching eyes and wit, where wit and eyes may read, a witch and not a witch, and yet a witch indeed.
Oh, the rumbles of the trains are very
Very
nice.
good, very good, Bromley.
It's make very good atmosphere. So we haven't done a live stream for 2 months. So this is kind of weird for us.
This
again.
is very trippy
It's-
for us.
Yes.
But we have an audience here, a tiny,
Tiny.
but perfectly formed audience conforming to the rule of 6.
No, below the rule of six.
Below the rule
Well
of
below.
6. Well below the rule of 6. That's good.
Okay, what next? Right, so this is one that we wrote. It's a rewrite of a very old song. And yes, I don't know if it even
Yeah.
needs explaining, does it?
It doesn't need explaining. It's called Rigs of the Times, and I guess you could explain rigs, meaning like something is rigged. It's been that meaning for a long time.
Well, first it was spending too much on campaigns, staying out with the foreign news to blame, using Facebook to sell propaganda to us, and a 10-foot high lie on the side of a bus, singing honesty's all out of fashion. These are the rigs of the times, times, my boys. These are the rigs of the times. Let's take Brexit and COVID-19 on the chin. Every issue's a battle that we're bound to win, 'cause it's always the billionaire winners who choose the value of life that we all stand to lose. Honesty's all out of fashion. These These are the rigs of the times, times, my boys. These are the rigs of the times. Now it's clap to say thanks to the brave NHS. Well, we may as well clap to save Tinkerbell next. No more pay for the nurses, no visors or masks. Just millions in contracts for the boys in first class, singing honesty's all out of fashion. These are the rigs of the times, times, my boys. These are the rigs of the times. Here's to all the small businesses falling apart. While living on credit's a delicate art, or 300 a month on the dole. Many thanks, pay the rents, pay the mortgage, it all pays the banks. Honesty's all out of fashion. These are the rigs of the times, times, my boys. These are the rigs of the times, the times. Well, the very best dream that we could find is to pop them all off in a high gale of wind. And when they get up there, the crowd, it will burst, and the biggest old rascals come tumbling down first. Honesty's all out of fashion. These are the rigs of the times, times, my boys.
Yeah, that went fine, didn't it? Yeah, it's complete. It's hard to tell.
It's very hard to
We
tell.
can't really see the audience there. They've been instructed not to clap in case the sound of three people clapping
more silent
makes
than
us
silent,
seem
you know?
worse, you know.
So, we made an album. We made one album. It's called This Is Broken Folk. If you haven't heard of us before, maybe find us on Bandcamp. That'd be lovely. We also just started making, well, we've almost mastered a second album, and that one is on there, and that's going to be called The Missing Star.
Yeah, that's coming out early next year, and we also have an EP, which is out in a couple of weeks.
Oh, yes, it's true.
It's called Bonefires. It's out on the 16th of October, which is the anniversary of the day that the Houses of Parliament burnt down. Just a coincidence, that.
In 1834.
In 1834, terrible accident, based on administrative oversight, which seems prescient.
Okay.
Yep.
So should we do something?
What are we going to do now?
Let's do the exciseman.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's quite a texture, that rolling train sound. It's nice to be back in Essex, though. I am actually originally. I was born in Watchford Hospital, so I feel.
I spent a lot
feel
of
my
time in
roots
Essex when I was little
quivering.
as well.
Enjoy.
So we're Essex born and raised, I suppose.
I was definitely raised here.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I went
Until I escaped.
I was in
when
Northumberland.
I was 19.
That's a different place.
Right, you ready?
Yes, I'm just reminding myself of the first note of the exciseman. Yep. It's a D, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Wait.
Don't do that.
Well,
Come
don't
on.
say yes and
Well,
and then won't wait for
doing
answer.
it.
So it's
Cold. Yes.
yeah, okay,
Okay.
good.
To a village that skirted the sea, an exciseman one midsummer came, all but prudence between you and me forbids me to mention his name. Poor Michael, he chanced to espy a cask on his napper he bore, with 6 gallons of brandy or 9. Oh, and pray, where's the head can bear more? Says the exciseman, let's see your permit. Said Mike, tain't convenient to show you it, sir. T'other cried, sir, I'm not to be bit, for you smuggled the stuff and you knows it. Oh, don't be so hard, said poor Mike.
But the exciseman was deaf to complaints. Okay, fine, then take it, said Mike, if you like, for I born it near ready to faint. For miles on hot sunshine they trudged, till on them they'd scarce a dry rag. The exciseman his labours ne'er grudged, but he cheerfully carried the keg. The custom house in the next town was yet some 3 furlongs or more. And says Michael, pray set your load down, sir, for this here is my cottage door. Says the other, just yet I shan't quit. I thank you, friend, no. But says Michael, before you do go, sir, I'll get you to read my permit.
Oh.
Your permit? Why not show it before?
Well, because it came into my knob that in your watching for me on the shore, oh, your worship was after a job. Well, I'd need of a quarter day, I'd say, for the load made my bones for to cry. And so, sir, I thank you for me, and I wish you a pleasant walk back. To a village that skirted the sea, an exciseman one midsummer came. Oh, but
Prudence between you and me
forbids me to mention his name. The times of the exciseman you'd think were long past the roving excisemen of Kent trying catching the smugglers, but it's all to play for in the next few years. So there's going to be 20 road miles between the port and customs. So, ideally, a renaissance of Kent's heritage industry. Ripping off stuff.
Normally at this point I ask everybody if they're okay.
You all right?
Are you okay? Into camera.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No, doesn't seem they're okay.
I hope they're okay. But yes, after that one, people tend to be a bit.
Yep.
So what next?
Now what? I don't know.
16,000 miles. This is actually one off the EP, off of Bonefires. Another very, very, very old song. That's mostly, we do a lot of very old songs. Oh.
Horrible, isn't it?
It's very firm. It's got a real firmness about his body. Even more terrifying after I touched him, actually.
I don't know what to do about this.
Well, I think we're just going to have to play louder than the buzz. It's fine.
Can everyone hear this?
I think they can hear
This
that.
is Cynthia the Synth. The song that we're about to release has both a harmonium part and a synth part, but I can't play them at the same time because the harmonium requires pumping action. So, what do you prefer, Carly, for this moment, the synth or the...
Oh, I don't know, sweetheart. That's too much of a call. You've got to make that call, I think.
Well, I think we're going to use the synth later. Let's turn it off.
Okay,
for
turn
now.
it off. Don't overload yourself all in one go.
Well, let's just... Yeah, just see what we can...
I mean, I've got to play with you, so that's why I say it. It's
just
nicer
stick
when
with
you're
what you
less
can-
stressed.
If there's one thing lockdown that's taught us, it's stick with what you can manage. And that's not very much.
Hardly anything at all. Okay. I'm going to start this one.
I mean, yeah. Oh, I'm 16,000 miles from home and my
breaking. The road I took, it was bungaroo, and I met with a subcontractor who eyed me and he studied me like he was a parson or a doctor. Oh, I'm 16,000 miles from home and my heart is fairly aching to think that I've been humbled so to spend my years stone breaking up. Oh, I told him that I was out of work and wanted some employment. He said, "You do. You stink of scent, mate. You've had too much enjoyment. Get over there to yonder hill, take from the heap a hammer, and 2 and 6 is all your pay. And mind you now, that's grammar." Oh, I'm 16,000 miles from home and my heart is fairly aching to think that I've been humbled so to spend my years stone breaking up. So I battered and whacked the whole of the day. By the evening I was spiteful at the sight of it. I didn't know what to do. Well, I sure hadn't broke my hat full. Oh, just then the foreman he comes along and he says, "You'll have to alter. You'll be getting no run of the store, b'gosh. They'll never make you salter." Oh, I'm 16,000 miles from home and my heart is fairly aching to think that I've been humbled so to spend my years stone breaking up. So I chucked my hammer down onto the heap, battered me old black beaver hat. I dusted off the shoulders of me old black coat, and with that I did consider bad luck then to me man pa, who raised me up so lazy with a silver spoon. Sure, I'm a regular, but with the hunger lads I'm damned near crazy. Oh, I'm 16,000 miles from home and my heart is fairly aching to think that I've been humbled so to spend my years stone breaking up. Go and list the rifle. Oh, and when I get shot, I'll forget a lot of it. All hunger and all trifle. Oh, I'm 16,000 miles. 16,000 miles. 16,000 miles. 16,000 miles. Oh, I'm 16,000 miles from home and my heart is fairly aching to think that I've been so.
Juicy bass hum. I'm swimming.
Yeah, there's a lot of
lovely bass.
We're usually a completely acoustic folk band. We're trying to branch out into tech, so it's good to be playing in front of so many machines, just to get us used to it.
Thank you, Hotbox, for inviting us as well. We don't often get to Essex, you know, even though we're in Margate, but this is one of our first events in Essex. Actually, we were going to play with Masal. Greetings to Masal.
Hi, Masal.
But that was a live event, and that was in times of non-COVID, you see.
Yeah, we booked a double show with them, which would have been great. You can still watch the show with Masal, as we will later on tonight, probably, when we go home, streamed from Hotbox a little while ago, so look in their videos.
So should we do one that we did? This is from our old album, and it's an original one of ours. It's not one of those old, really old songs. It's actually one we wrote, so.
What is that?
Don't concern yourself with the technicalities. Just do your
So
job,
many
which is the
mysterious
singing
buzzes
and the
hums.
moving around. of
What are we doing now?
valve instruments.
Oh, that one. Yeah, okay.
Lovely.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Have you turned on this thing?
I mean, if he hadn't, he'd be really bad.
Well, it's
it'd be
good
a really
to
bad
ask.
sound
It's
engineer.
good to
wouldn't
ask, isn't it? Okay, ready?
Oh. No, don't get the note again.
It's not right, is it?
Bugger. I really had it in my mouth. I had it in my head. That'll do.
That's
That'll
the
be
one.
better.
Ready?
The letters are shaking the hands of our wives, and we must obey them in fear of our lives. With all our bright buttons we march through the town. You'll see us again in the turn of the plough. The glint of the gold, the spikes in our drinks, washing the decks with a world's time to think. Oh, cheer up, lads, we're all on the same side. We'll all roll home again in the turn of the tide. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the whole world. The hands of the women are shaking again. The letters are new, but the meaning's the same. They'll be minting more buttons, but the old ones somehow are still turning up in the turn of the plough. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the whole world. Oh. Ooh.
Thank you.
It is a hot box in here.
It's very
I
sweaty
can
box
confirm
in here.
it's a hot box. I just felt the sweat drip down in the inside of my legs. That's lovely. Yeah, I thought I'd share that with you, bunch of complete strangers.
That's what you get
There
if you wear
go,
a
that's
pleather
what you
pleather
do.
skirt.
If you wear ridiculous pleather under hot lights. For the first time you've done a gig in ages, that's what happens to you.
What?
Okay, right.
Okay.
I think we're going to do some kind of improvisation. So I'm going to stay here.
Oh yeah, how are we going to do this improvisation?
That part's up to you. The other part of it's up to you.
Okay, I'm going to do it with a drone, like this.
Right. I have full faith in you in this moment.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's great.
Well done. Well
Do you
done.
like you do on the stage? You know? Go on the stage. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yep. Hello there. Out on the internet. Hotbox. You may have not been to Hotbox in Chelmsford. You might not live anywhere near Chelmsford, but believe you us, it's a very nice place. Gorgeous too. It's staff and public, and it's beautiful, beautiful inside. And if you wanted to donate a couple of quid,
More than a couple of quid. They
well,
have
it's
a crowdfunder.
It's 2020. A couple of quid's 20 quid now, isn't it?
Yes,
That's
that is a
inflation,
couple of
ladies and
quid.
gentlemen, and others.
They
like
have a very
me.
fine selection of mezcal and
they?
amazing whiskies. Yes.
Lovely. And skateboards and stuff. So, yeah, give them money because it's hard times. What? And they'll share it with us as well.
So
What?
we've got
What now?
4 left on the list. Are we
Okay.
doing okay for time, guys? Is this fine? Great. 4 left. So maybe if you need to go to the toilet and have a refreshment, just wait 4 more songs.
Yeah, it's all right. We're nearly done. Don't worry.
Or get one of your friends or servants to do it for you.
Or pause it.
Because we all have servants in this
Just
day
we in a
and age,
cup.
I'm
We're
sure.
back. We're cracking on. What?
Right,
what
Jim
we get-
Jones.
Jim Jones. Okay.
Yeah. This one's also off the first album.
I'm a bit Australian. This song is much more Australian.
Okay.
So there you go.
Jim Jones. Jim Jones. Jim Jones. Jim Jones.
Come listen for a moment, lads, and hear me tell my tale. How over the sea to England I was compelled to sail. The jury said he's guilty, and says the judge, says he. For life, Jim Jones, I'm sending you across the stormy seas. Jim Jones, Jim Jones. And take my tip before you ship to join the Iron Gang. Don't get too gay in Botany Bay, boy, or else you'll surely hang. Or else you'll hang, he says he, and off to that Jim Jones. High up upon the gallows tree, the crows will pick your bones. Jim Jones, Jim Jones. You'll have no time for mischief, then remember what I say. They'll flog the poaching out of you, boy, out there in Botany Bay. For the waves grew high upon the sea, and the wind blew up in gale. But I'd rather drown in misery than go to New South Wales, Jim Jones. Jim Jones. Well, the wind blew up, the waves grew high, and the pirates came along. But the soldiers in our company, well, they were full 500 strong. They opened fire and somehow they drove that pirate ship away. But I'd rather join that pirate ship than go to Botany Bay. For day and night the irons clanging like poor galley slaves. We toil, and then when we die must fill the sonnet grave. But by and by I'll break my chains, and to the bush I'll go. And I'll join the brave bush rangers there, Jack, Donahue and Co. On one dark night when everything is quiet in the town, we'll kill the tyrants one and all, we'll shoot the floggers down. We'll give the law a little shock, remember what I say. They'll yet regret they sent Jim Jones in chains to Botany Bay. They'll yet regret they sent Jim Jones in chains to Botany Bay. They'll yet regret they sent Jim Jones in chains to Botany Bay. They'll yet regret they sent Jim Jones in chains to Botany Bay. Jim Jones, Jim Botany Bay, of course, the famous prison colony that the UK, or should I say Westminster, set up in Australia. Australia later on set their own concentration camp, shall we call it, for migrants up on Christmas Island. That's still going. Won't allow any journalists or people who work for charities there, because, of course, why would you? And I read in the news recently that certain members of the UK establishment are mooting the possibility of setting up another concentration camp in the middle of the sea on Ascension Island, 3,000 miles away from anywhere. Bound to be a good idea, that. Really way to save money, isn't it? And look after people in need.
That's what they're all about, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what they're all about. Yeah. Shall we...
well, on that note, Unquiet Crave?
Yeah, okay. I'll turn the bass. This is a song about the Department for Work and Pensions, as it happens. Let me see if I can actually find out. Lonely, I walk by the banks of a river, watching the waters as evening drew nigh. All night I wandered, then I spied another, weeping and wailing with many a sigh. She is weeping for one who is now lying lonely, weeping for one whom no mortal can save. The dark swirling waters around her encircle, calling to us from the unquiet grave. Come bring us a light out of the darkness, bring us some water out of a stone. Bring back a blossom that's withered and fallen. Seek justice from those that call Westminster home. Cold blows the winter night down by the river. Cold as the grave are the first drops of rain. Cold as the hearts that assess work and pensions. Cold as the lips are of poor dead Elaine. Come bring us a light out of the darkness, bring us some water out of a stone. Bring back a blossom that's withered and fallen. Seek justice from those that call Westminster home. Out of a stone. Bring back a blossom that's withered and fallen. Seek justice from those that call Westminster home. Disabled and scared of a next work assessment, May's hostile environment got to Elaine. The pills and 10 cuts on her wrists didn't kill her. Elaine Christian drowned in the Holderness drain. Come bring us a light out of the darkness. Bring us some water out of a stone. Bring back a blossom that's withered and fallen. Seek justice from those that call Westminster home. Seek justice from those that call Westminster home. Seek justice from those that call Westminster home.
Yep, another classic cheery folk number.
Cheery. Well, that's what we do. That's what cheery and folk. That was quite challenging, that one, because I couldn't actually hear that.
It was very challenging, yes.
We're real when we do the performances, when we're not maybe having such an enjoyable time. We just tell you straight up.
What are you talking about?
No, we're having a lovely time. But that one wasn't so enjoyable for me, I have to say. Yeah. Okay, moving on. I mean, we should move on. This is the best way, always. Can't go back, can you?
I mean, it's...
If you could,
I don't.
you'd be going back forever.
What?
Okay, let's do a bit Maggie May.
What's happening now?
Maggie May.
Right. Okay.
So this is effectively our kind of finished one.
So yeah, this
Well,
is
if
the
you at
last
home
song, and
like
then
this,
clap, or at least we're going to pretend that you clap,
and then we'll do
we're
an
gonna
encore for you.
That's the plan. Sorry to spoil it. If anyone wanted it to be a surprise.
Wasn't going to be surprised.
I
I like to be transparent with these things.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, a bit of Maggie May. Ready?
No, because I need to repitch it.
I need to repitch. No, I need to repitch. Are you ready now?
I wish I could tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that she was different at home and this is just all an act, but it's true. It's all true.
It's my Essex nature. Just
Yeah,
got
that's
to be
true.
honest
As when we cross
and
county
straight.
lines, it all goes away.
Exactly. When I get to Kent, I'm very nice. I'm a real lady.
So am I.
You're more of a lady than I am.
We're more of a...
Oh. That got you, didn't it?
I was going to... Thanks. I was going to talk about the Fine Lady bakery.
Oh, no,
truck.
don't tell them
talk
about that. No, we don't need to tell them about every detail of our lives.
That's true.
Not this time.
Crack on, we're running out of time.
Ready? Okay.
Okay.
Come gather round, you sailor boys, and listen to my song. When you heard it through, you'll pay me. Well, I was a goddamn fool in the port of Liverpool. The first time that I came home from sea. Well, I was laid off at the sailor's home for a trip to Sydney Cove, and £2.10 a month, it was all my pay. Well, I started drinking gin, boys, and I was neatly taken in by a little girl they all call Maggie May. Whoa, Maggie, Maggie May, they've taken you away. Slave upon that cold Van Diemen shore. For you robbed so many whalers, honey, and you dosed so many whalers, you'll never cruise down Lime Street anymore. Was a damned unlucky day when I first met Maggie, when she was cruising up and down Old Canning Place. And she had a figure fine, boys, as any warship of the line, and you know me, being a sailor, I gave chase.
Of course you did.
But in the morning when I woke, stiff and sore and stony broke, no trousers, coat, or waistcoat could I find.
Oh, and the landlady said, "No, sir, but I can probably tell you where they are. They'll be down in Stanley's pawn shop. It's number 9.
Oh, Maggie, Maggie May, they've taken you away to slave upon that cold Van Diemen shore. For you robbed so many whalers, honey, and you dosed so many sailors, you'll never cruise down Lime Street anymore." To a bobby on the beat at the corner of the street, folks, to him I spoke, I told my sorry naked tale. And he asked me as if in doubt, he said, "Son, does your mother know you're out?"
Oh.
But even he agreed the lady ought to be in jail. To the corn shop I applied, but no trousers there I spied. The bobbies came and took the girl away. Oh, and the jury guilty found her for the robbing of her homeward bound her, and they paid her passage out to Botany Bay. Oh, Maggie, Maggie May, they've taken you away to slave upon that cold Van Diemen shore. For you robbed so many sailors, honey, and you dosed so many fucking whalers. Said you'll never cruise, said you'll never cruise, said you'll never cruise down Lime Street anymore.
Oh, yeah. I think they maybe just applauded a
The
little
sound
bit.
of clapping over the internet.
They're going, oh, they're really weird, but maybe we're slightly entertained. We still don't know, we're conflicted. Okay, right. We'll do one more, because you've been such an amazing audience.
They have actually.
You've been really the perfect kind of responses. We've just felt you all the way.
Don't be sarcastic, Carly. It's
Being
unbecoming.
unbecoming.
In a quaint little town they call Belfast, apprentice to trade I was bound. Many's the hour of happiness I spent in that sweet little town, till a sad misfortune came over me that forced me to flee from the land, far away from my friends and relations and this wench with a black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds, I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulder, tied back by a black velvet band. Well, I took a walk with that pretty young girl when a gentleman chanced to pass by, and I knew she intended the doing of him in the look in her roguish black eye. But he schooled what she took from his pocket and pressed it right into my hands. And the very last words that I says to her were, bad luck to your black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds, I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied back by a black velvet band. Well, before the judge and the jury, next day I was forced to appear. And the judge, he says to me,
Young man, your cases are abundantly clear. I give you 10 years penal servitude to be spent far away from this land,
far away from your friends and relations and this wench with a black velvet band. But her eyes, they shone like diamonds, Your Honour, I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair, it hung over her shoulder, tied back by a black velvet band. So come all you gay young fellows, a warning take from me. Be sure and stay clear of those pretty young girls whenever you go on a spree, for they'll fill you full of strong drink, boys, until you're unable to stand. And then when you're trying to be rid of them, they'll land you in Van Diemen's Land. Her eyes shone like diamonds, I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair, it hung over her shoulder, tied back by a black velvet. It's finished.
It's end. Thank you very much. We've been Lunatraktors. Thank you, Hotbox, for having us. Look out for us on Bandcamp. And see you in the
Bandcamp.
future.
Bandcamp's amazing. Go and
Keep
look for
safe and sane
all
and
your
be
favourite
kind.
music on Bandcamp. They actually
Each
pay
other.
people.